So module 7, professionally selling personal training. Let's talk about the sales process in this video. Now I'm going to give you an overview of the sales process. The way it basically works is the very first part of the sales process is rapport, right? It's getting commonality. It's getting people to like you in a sense, right? Like to want to open up and talk to you. So it might say, hi, my name's Mark. How's your day been? It's been great. Yeah. Where do you come from? Where'd you travel? Was there much traffic where you're coming from? Oh, you're only down the road. Oh, cool. How long have you been living there? Oh, great. What brings you here today? What brings you here today? Right? You might start these questions, and then you're going to build into kind of a discovery process where you're wanting to ask them a lot of questions to essentially build need or understand their need. Not even building need at this point, because you don't build need, you build value, right? You build value in what you're selling. You're understanding what their needs are. So this part of the sales process, so you've gone from rapport to then asking a lot of questions. And those questions are really around you understanding them and what fundamentally their need is for you. So you're going to ask questions like, have you ever done personal training before? Have you ever had success with training? What's your ideal outcome? What are you looking for? How long has that been a goal of yours? Why is that goal important to you? In an ideal scenario, what would happen in the next 2, 3, 4, 12 weeks? You're going to ask all these questions. There's so many questions that you can ask in this phase, but it's all questions around extracting from them what their need for you is. Because then once you understand the need, you can then sell them what the solution is to that, right? So from that process, you then move into confirming, which could look like something like, well, what I hear you saying is that, you want to do X, you want to lose weight, you want to lose 5 kilos, you want to build muscle, and you want to be held accountable. Or it could look like, look, there's really 3 types of clients who come to see me. Really the client who wants to lose weight, there's a client who wants to build muscle, and then we also have the client who needs to be held accountable. You're all 3 of those, so I think this is a really good fit. So let me talk to you about let me talk to you about my program, right? And this is where now you've rapport, you've understood their need, you've confirmed their need. Now you're going to move into establishing value. And the way you establish value is it's 2 ways, because you could also sell this as a consult, right? So you could get them on the gym floor and give them a session and do a structural assessment, and then, which is something we teach here in one of our programs, where we give them a structural assessment and then we sell based on the structural assessment as well. But let's say you don't do that. The questions would be, tell me what you're doing with your training at the moment. And they're going to say something like, I'm doing a bodybuilding.com workout, or I've got this Oxygen magazine muscle workout, and I'm doing a little bit of this or a little bit of that, or I'm not doing anything. That's why I'm here, and I've been doing walking, and I need some help, right? Awesome. What are you doing with nutrition? Well, I'm doing this. And then you might also then say, well, when you start with me, you can offer some advice, right? Well, with your training, what we're going to need to do with you is we're going to need to train you, 3 times a week. Our sessions are going to be an hour. I'm going to take you first through a structural assessment, see where you're at, be able to put that program together for you. Then we're going to go through that program, and I'm going to increase the intensity and the challenge, and basically build up your movement patterns a long time. So I'm going to teach you how to move, then I'm going to teach you how to lift, and then I'm going to train you hard. And it's going to take us a little time, but we're going to get there. And at the same time, we're going to work on your nutrition. So tell me again, what are you doing with your nutrition? Oh, you're, they say whatever they say. They're eating cornflakes in the morning with skim milk and doing all the wrong things, soy lattes, etc. Okay, great. You get that picture. I understand. What I would say once they've told me what they're doing, normally what I say is, I understand why it's not working for you. I understand why it's not working for you. Look, you're doing a lot of things with your diet and nutrition right now that aren't conducive for success. They're just not, right? So what we need to do is we need to get in, we need to clean up your diet a little. We need to put you in a routine where, you said you're always hungry, which is a problem because you're not going to stick to it if you're always hungry. So what we need to do is clean up your diet, get you the right foods. I've got a shopping list that I'm going to give you. I'm going to map it out for you. I'm going to work with you. That's how we're going to solve that. Does that make sense? Do you feel confident if we did that? That would help you lose weight? Yes, I do. Great. And then finally, who's holding you accountable? No one. Okay, great. Well, you're going to see me 3 times a week. I'm going to be doing your body fat assessment every 2 weeks, every fortnight. I'm going to be checking in, doing skin folds on you. And, you can't piss on my leg and tell me it's rain, right? I'm going to tell you whether you're losing weight or not. And if you're not, right, I'm not going to ever make you feel guilty or bad, but I'm going to hold you accountable because these goals are important. The fact is, I think you want to be here, right? You're spending money. You're not going to want to waste my time. You don't want to waste your own time, right? You want to work hard. You want to get those results. And I want to help you get those results. So do any questions, right? So you've gone through essentially building value, right? That's what building value looks like. Then you can move into how it works. So again, to recap on those steps, you've got rapport, you've got understand their need, you've got confirm their need, you've built value. Now you move into how it's all going to work, right? So basically now from here, let's say Peggy Sue, the way it's going to work, Peggy, is the first session is going to be, as I said before, a lifestyle assessment session where I'm going to look at your sleep, your diet, your nutrition, supplementation, do your skin folds, take one of those before photos, just so we have it on record, sit down with you, plan that all out. If you've got any questions about nutrition, we're going to go over it then, because you can train with me 6 days a week, but if we don't do the right things with your food, ultimately you're not going to get the results. So we're going to do that in the first session. In the next session, I'm going to do a structural assessment on you. I'm going to, from that assessment, I'm going to train you in that time as well. And then by the third session, I'll have your program ready for you. And as we go along, you're going to learn more and more and feel more and more confident to go into the gym on your own eventually, if that's their goal, let's say, or they might be training with you 4 times a week. So from here, basically all our sessions are an hour. I'm going to take care of everything. I'm going to help you with your food. I'm going to help you with your supplements. I'm going to help you with your training. If you've got any questions anytime, you can email me. I get back to clients within 24 hours. Always. I don't answer my phone during sessions. I don't like looking at my phone. Obviously, I want to give you 100% focus. I'm dedicated to your results. Are there any questions about how any it works? The other thing is, when do you need to train? Okay, you need to train at this time. Yes, I can see you at this time and this time and this time. Any questions on how it works? No? Okay. Well, there's one thing that's left, and that's price. So there's a few different ways you can present the price. Always, though, you want to present the price confidently. So an easy way that I suppose to do price is, okay, great. From everything that you've said to me today, Peggy, is I would recommend for you the 3 times a week package. So the 3 times a week package has 2 options. You can pay for it weekly, or you can pay for it up front. If you go for it weekly, it's if you pay for it up front, always go for the bigger price first. If you pay for it up front, it's $4,997. Or if you pay for it weekly, it's $497 on a direct debit plan weekly. So either $4,997 or $497 weekly. Which one of those options best suits you? The weekly. Okay, great. Let's set up the weekly. Awesome. Congratulate them. Congratulations on making a decision. Fantastic. That's how, in short, what a sales process will look like. There is a kind of a bonus thing that is part of the sales process, and that's objections. You're going to get them, right? You're going to get objections. So the big objections are, price, time, value, I don't believe you, it won't work for me, and partner, right? They're your big objections, which I'll talk about in a separate video. But that's your sales process in a nutshell. Objections usually happen once you've mentioned price. Usually number one objection is price for most people, and there is a way to solve it, which I'll explain in another video. But that's your overview. Again, to summarize, make it real simple for you, you've got rapport, crucial. It was an NLP practitioner, I forget who it was exactly, Milton Erickson, I'm pretty sure it was, who was the grandfather of conversational hypnosis, who said anything is possible in the presence of a great rapport. So, the thing about rapport is be unusual. And people would often look at the consults that I would do with people, and I would say some pretty, confronting things to people. And people look at me like, how did you say that to that person? It's like, well, I was able to. I had rapport. I didn't really think I was doing anything. I was just being honest with the person, right? But it was confronting. But the reason why I was able to say so much was because I had rapport with them. So to summarize the sales process, you have the start, rapport. In the presence of great rapport, magic is possible. So people would often say to me how I would get away with saying half the things I would say to clients, because I'd say confronting things. I remember saying to one client, she said, I need to think about it. I said, no, not today. You don't get to think about it because you do that to everyone else. And she pulled out her credit card. She said, I fucking hate you. Signed up, $4,000, bought the forms. She goes, do you have another form? I said, why? You've made a mistake, just cross it out. She goes, no, my partner wants to sign up. Her partner was sitting next to her. He was impressed by the way I handled it. But again, I wasn't trying to, I suppose, do a script or do anything. I just had good rapport with her. And I knew, as the coach holding her accountable, she was going to walk out of my gym and not do anything. And I said, no, you can't think about it today. You do that all the time. I'm not accepting that as an answer today. I'm here to get you a result. So have rapport. Rapport is very important to have. Then from that, again, establishing their need, understanding their need. You do that by asking questions. Spend time on that. Ask questions. Really get to the bottom of why they've come to see you today. Why have you come to me today? Out of any other day of that you could have come to see me and inquired about personal training, you came to me today. Find out why. From there, you move into building value around what you do, or I should say before that, you confirm need with that 3 questions or stating the 3 things that they're after. Then you move into building value, and you can do that through, what are you doing with your training? What are you doing with nutrition? It's kind of a little bit different than the first understanding need, because here you're understanding need. When you're understanding value, you're also relating to that, how you're going to work in with them, right? And then that bleeds into how it all works, kind of tidying that up. So how it works, you're going to see me at 3:00 on Thursdays. They're 1-hour sessions, anything they need to know there. Then you move into price. And then from price, they either say yes or no. Congratulate them. If they say no or have an objection, you handle the objections. That's your sales process, folks.